that famous organization of motion picture publicity men known as the Whoppers, again presents the world's 13 most talented girls. Each year, this contest... Just a moment, folks. Here comes one of Hollywood's most successful producers, Herman Klein, president and guiding genius of Superba Pictures. Mr. Klein, won't you please tell the folks what they're missing by not attending this banquet?
Indigestion.
Folks, Mr. Klein will have his little joke.
You shouldn't talk like that, Herman. It isn't refined.
Can I help it if I make sense of it?
But millions of people are listening into that microphone.
Why didn't you tell me that?
Oh, good evening, Mrs. Klein.
How to do, everybody? If it's a Superba picture, it's a... it's a Superba picture. I am the president, Herman Klein. I'm much obliged.
Check up on those crowds. Buzz out and get a cameraman, and after that you...
But, Bob, I only got one pair of feet.
That's all Napoleon had, or Caesar, or Alexander the Great, so hop on it, and you worry about your feet later.
All right.
Pierre, I want that speaker's table set up right. Put your soul into this, Pierre. It's a big moment.
Oui, oui, Monsieur Preston.
Dick, keep those newspaper men from falling asleep, will you? Right. Run these over the wires, baby, to Miss June Dale, care of the office, this hotel.
Will Rogers, Senator Borough, Wallace Beery, Jimmy Walker, Mary Pickford, Cole Muni, and Mussolini. They sure are a nice bunch of telegrams.
They ought to be precious. I wrote them myself. Come on, get the lead out of your who's-it.
Gee, boy, she's been running me ragged all day. Let me take a breather, will you?
Ah, breathe on your day off. Take those music tours with Ted Fiorita. And Sammy, see if all the girls are in the dressing room.
Hey, Preston. Hey, come here, I want to see you.
Hi, boss.
Hello, Miss Klein. Did you call me, boss?
Sure, boss.
And as I understand it, you're still working for me, ain't it?
Why, certainly just because I've been a little busy with the wampus, I don't see why you...
Busy with the wampus. You know your desk is already covered over with cobwebs?
Now, what harm can a few cobwebs do? You let me worry about that, Mr. Klein. Tomorrow at the crack of dawn, I'll be back at the studio giving my all for Superba.
You know, I got a good mind to fire you. This time, permanently.
Suppose we talk about you for a change, Mrs. Klein. If I may say so, you look exceedingly well, and the bloom of youth still lingers in your cheeks.
Say, Preston, I pay you to soft soap the public, not my wife.
Herman, don't aggravate yourself. Remember your acidosis.
A truer word was never spoken, Mrs. Klein. There's nothing like aggravation to encourage acidosis. Tickets, please. When you get an eye full of these wampus baby stars, I'll guarantee your mind won't be on your stomach. I must join the gentlemen of the press. I want to make sure they give Superba Films a plug in tomorrow's paper.
Good.
Remember, Mr. Klein, the interests of Superba Pictures are always closest to my heart. I go to sleep figuring out new ideas to glorify our product. I wake up in the morning figuring out new ways to spread the name of Superba over the world. Morning, noon, and night at Superba. Pictures with soul.
I'm getting sick of these banquets.
Ah, gentlemen. Hello, loudspeaker. Well, what's new at that Mecca of the arts, Superba Pictures, Inc.? Oh, why bother me about that tintype factory? But there's the girl here tonight that's the biggest thing since Garbo. Get a load of her. Her name is June Dale. And take a tip from your Uncle Abner. Keep your eyes on June Dale tonight.
Never heard of her.
Ah, but you will.
Bob.
Boss, one of the girls hasn't shown up yet. We think something's happened to her.
Which one is it?
I forgot to ask.
Don't forget to remind me to punch you in the nose.
All right.
2 to 1, the dizzy dame went to the wrong hotel. All right, say that. Who hasn't shown up?
June Dale.
June, where's Catherine? Catherine?
Here I am.
Did you call the house?
No, she left before I did, right after she got your note.
My note? I didn't send any note.
Maybe something's happened. Maybe she's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped? Let me get out of here. Did you see the note?
No, but she said it was from Bob.
What's your address?
138.
June Dale's disappeared.
No.
June Dale's disappeared. Get the police. June Dale's been kidnapped.
Who's been kidnapped?
June Dale, yes. Disappeared.
A white satin gown.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry to interrupt, but Miss June Dale, popular Wampus baby star, has disappeared. If there's any hint you can give the police in our citywide search, it would be greatly appreciated. Look, June! June, darling! Where have you been?
Oh, it was frightful. 2 men jumped into my car. I screamed and I fought them, but they hit me.
What do they look like?
Oh, I don't remember. It was so dark, and I was so confused.
Oh, leave her alone. Can't you see she's upset?
Oh.
June! June!
Miss Dale has fainted. And no wonder.
Clear the way.
She had to fight off.
Clear the way,
Through
folks.
children and sailors. Come on.
Clear the way. Come on, clear the way.
Sorry, but she'll have to get out of the way then.
Story,
Oh, well, the whole thing is
Don't you remember what they looked like?
She's gonna be all
Don't you
right.
have any idea who they were?
Haven't you any heart? Give her a chance. Get everybody out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. Get out. We can't hear like this. Get out. Can you imagine what this means?
You too.
Me?
Yes, you.
How was I?
You were terrific. This is front stage stuff, June. You'll have your pretty face in every paper. You'll be in the newsreel with the president, Max Baer, and Amy.
Oh, I was scared stiff all through.
Oh, you gave a marvelous performance. Bernhardt couldn't have done better.
Bob, do I have to keep on with these crazy publicity stunts?
Of course, it's part of the movie merry-go-round. Stars aren't born, they're made. And it's headlines that make them. You can do anything with a headline. Oh, I'm not underrating you, June. You're a great little trooper. All you need is a break, and your name will be on every marquee from Maine to California.
You make it sound so easy, but I'm kind of worried.
You let me do the worrying, will you? Now, how about turning on a little of that sunshine personality? A little bit tired, aren't you, sweet?
No, I'll be all right, dear.
You need a little stimulant?
How's about a little chaser?
No time to get tanked up. You have work to do. Come on. You girls go on in a few minutes, and remember, you don't know what happened.
Oh, but June, I don't see how you can go ahead with all this now. Aren't you too upset? I feel all right, Catherine. I wish I did.
Well, darling, don't do that. You'll spoil your makeup.
I can't help it. It's like I'd lived my whole life for this one night. There's nothing to be afraid of. What if I didn't make good? Oh, don't be silly.
33. That hit town? Certainly not. I was Miss Portland, Oregon.
Oh, Portland.
Keep away from doorknobs, Fanny. How about it, Wampuses? Raring to go?
Yes!
Well, gather around, Papa. He has some business to tell you. Come on, hurry up. Get around. Now listen, girls. Pace this in your turban. You're starting up that rickety ladder to success. As Wampus stars, you're halfway there already. But how far you'll get is up to nobody but your own sweet selves. Now go down there tonight and start those producers thinking about contracts. You're on your way. In just a minute, you'll be hearing Ted Fiorito say...
This is Ted Fiorito speaking from the banquet given in honor of the Wampus baby stars.
Hello, Laurie. Ah, old man Moneybags himself. Why'd you park your polo pony? Glad to see you, girl. How are you, Bob?
Miss Clayton, this is Mr. Preston.
Irrepressible Douglas, surrounded by beauty.
Well, what do you think of this year's Wampus selections? Now, make it simple.
Well, conservatively speaking, these 12 girls, handpicked from thousands, are the loveliest, the most gorgeous bunch of kids you've ever seen.
Mr. Preston is a publicity man, and he never makes an understatement.
Why 12 girls? I thought there were 13.
Ah, the 13th, super extra special, colossal.
That's one of Bob's mild recommendations.
The name, June Dale. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Shall I make a note of that, Gordon?
It won't be necessary. I'll remember it. June Dale.
Sit down, Sammy.
No.
Yes. Well, boss, how are you enjoying our little affair? I know that came straight from the heart. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here in the guise of a fortune teller. I see 13 girls. I predict a marvelous, glorious future for them all. And after Don Raymond sings you a song especially written for this occasion, I shall interrupt from time to time. Take it, maestro.
In my memory, I see a garden, a moonlit garden, and the one I love. How I love to paint this pretty picture, for you're the one, dear, that I'm dreaming of. A pretty girl, a lovely evening, two dreamy eyes like stars above, two loving arms beyond conceiving, two willing lips that crave for love. Just try to picture this pretty picture, a world of romance, so full of bliss. A pretty girl, a lovely evening, what could be sweeter, as sweet as this?
Miss Jean Carman, Oregon's answer to the beauty problem. Wait until you see June Dale, boss.
The way I feel, I ought to see a doctor.
Miss Judith Allen, a homemade star from Hollywood. Miss Dorothy Drake, some more California sunshine. Miss June Dale, as fresh and fair as a day in June.
That was a mild recommendation.
Miss Lucille Lund, as radiant as a flower from the hills of Washington. Miss Neoma Judge, society's contribution to the arts. Miss Betty Bryson, another California flower. Miss Ann Hubby, of the Indiana Hubby. Miss Jean Gale, San Francisco glories in the Golden Gate, and Jean. Miss Hazel Hayes, golden-voiced beauty from Paris. Vive la France! Kansas. Miss Leonore Keith, a fresh breeze from Indianapolis. Miss Catherine Williams, a budding star from Seattle. Miss Luann Meredith, the Southern Peach from Dallas, Texas.
One of them looks like our Hilda.
Where?
When do you think you'll leave for New York?
may not go until after June.
In the mall, they call it a stroke of genius. You mean a stroke of apoplectics.
Every paper in the country is giving her a break. Millions of people already know her name. And in addition to that, she's a natural performer. Beauty, poise, intelligence, everything. I tell you, boss, she can't miss.
Say, what's the matter that all at once you got such an interestedness in this girl? Are you in love with her?
Mr. Klein, the only reason I'm talking about her is because I have Superba films closest to my heart.
I don't care what you got next to your heart. She ain't got no box office.
That's what you said about Mickey Mouse when I wanted you to tie up Walt Disney.
Now, listen. I forbid you never to mention that to me again. Anyway, I had a good reason. My wife don't like mice.
All right, we'll forget Mike. You know how important publicity is, Mr. Klein. There's nothing you can't do with a headline. And this girl is on her way because of headlines.
Uh-huh.
There you are.
You go ahead. Have one with me. That's good for your stomach.
Well, here's mud in your eye.
Yours, too. Both of them.
As I was saying, Mr. Klein, I hate to see you miss it there.
Say, did you get out the press books on the murdering Shadow's revenge?
Everything's out, Mr. Klein. Everything's out. Why don't you give this girl a contract?
How do I know she can act? What's she done? Where's she from? Never mind. Don't tell me. I ain't interested. Hello? What? Who? Yeah, wait a minute. That's for you. On my private telephone, too.
Mr. Preston speaking. Oh, put him on. Why, hello, Mr. Hofstangel.
Hofstangel? My worst oppositionist. Say, what does he want with you?
Why, yes, I represent Miss Dale. Well, that's very interesting. Well, let's say for lunch. Thank you, Mr. Hofstangel. It's all right, Mr. Klein. Let's forget it.
Just wait a minute. What does Hofstangel want with Miss Dale?
I don't know, but Hofstangel's a man with vision. He's developed some big stars, made millions out of personality.
Personality. Fido, the dog wonder. Trixie, the queen of wild horses. That fellow will teach her a hippopotamus, a rhinoceros.
A hippopotamus.
Well, anyway, last year I made 4 times as much money as he did.
All right, as you say.
Say, wait a minute. How much is he offering?
I thought you said you weren't interested.
Now, don't change the subject. You can't take her over to that loafer Hofstangel. Where's your dignity? Didn't you tell me you had Superba films next to your heart?
Yes.
Now, listen. Maybe we can get together on a little deal.
That's $5 I owe you, Margie. And believe me, you made a great Mr. Hofstangel.
Okay, Bob.
Let's try the picture. Hold it. That's got it.
For any more pictures, I'm going to scream. I wonder what magazine will print this one. It'll probably wind up in Whiz Bang, dearie.
Well, you ought to be thrilled by all this, Catherine. Oh, I suppose so. I don't fancy myself much as being a bathing beauty. I've dreamed of such different things. Like Juliet, Hedda Gabler, Roxanne. Oh, all this is so different.
Now, have patience, darling. I spent most of my life preparing for grand opera. Here I am in a bathing suit, too.
Hazel, after they see you act, maybe they'll let you sing.
Don't you think a highball would help take off the chill?
No, thank you. I think we've taken too much advantage of your hospitality already.
Oh, not nearly enough. I'll tell you something if you promise not to betray my confidence. The only reason I permitted Bob to use my pool was to see you.
Oh, that's funny.
Why so?
Well, Bob and I happen to be engaged.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Hi there, girls.
How are you?
Hello, Jean. I'm looking for a gal named June.
Won't I do? Jean sounds something like June.
Not to me. Where's June?
Behold.
Ah.
Hi, Bob.
Got heap big news. Big chief client signed contract with Waffle Staff Booth. Pale-faced Preston, one smart guy. Pretty soon catch him wigwam and lots of waffles.
Pale-faced Preston, he's crazy. What is it, Bob? Oh, Bob, you're marvelous. How did you do it?
Believe it or not, a glass of bicarbonate. This is just for one picture, June, but when the producers see you on the screen, they'll all be fighting for you.
Isn't that grand? June got a contract.
That's so?
Uh-huh.
Well, I just heard the good news. Congratulations. I know you'll make good.
Thank you. Were you able to do anything for any of the other girls? Catherine?
Leave it to Dynamite Preston. I'll get them something if I have to go on a diet of bicarbonate.
Oh, that's wonderful, June. I know you'll be a big hit.
Thanks. I want you to know, June, I'm terribly happy for you. Thank you, Catherine. I know you mean it. June, I'll be congratulating you.
Okay, girls, okay. Now get dressed. We have to hop over to the Brown Derby and take some publicity stills.
We'll probably wind up there as waitresses.
There might be more money in it.
Good boy.
Well, Bob, I want to congratulate you, too.
Not much of a trick selling a girl like June to anybody.
Oh, I know that. I'm congratulating you on being engaged to a girl like June.
Oh, that, huh? You shouldn't tell anybody about us, June.
About us?
Our engagement. It's bad dope letting the public in on the know.
Why?
But we have to make it look as though you're still doing a solo act. It's better publicity.
Can't you ever get publicity off your mind? After all, this doesn't mean anything to me unless you and
We're
I...
in no rush. Wait, I don't mean anything to anybody. And after all, you've got to get around to dances and parties and go out with big shots like Gordon Douglas. Oh, it's swell copy for the columnist. And there's no harm in it.
There might be, if that's Bob.
Are you trying to arouse the green-eyed monster in me? Fear not, fair gal. Nothing shall kill Daredevil Preston's love for thee.
Oh, Bob, why don't you be yourself? Forget that you're a press agent and that I'm an actress.
Do I know how to forget?
This is much better.
Okay, honey. Tonight we go for a nice little ride. No publicity, no pictures, and I might even talk a bitty baby talk.
Mr. Preston, sometimes you're almost human.
That's the Don Juan in me.
And that's not for publication.
You hurt?
No, just scared.
Boy, what a story!
Wearing rags all the time. I'm sick of being poor and wearing... No. I'm sick of being poor. Wearing rags all the time. I didn't have something... No! I'm so frightened I can't even think the lines. Oh, I've waited months for this opportunity. Now if it's really come, I don't see how I can go through with it. Catherine, darling, you've got to get hold of yourself. I'm trying so hard to. Listen here. When you're a big star and you see your name in lights, you're going to look back and laugh at this silly nervousness. Well, I can't help it now. And this means everything I ever worked for. Why, June, if anything had gone wrong, it'd mean I'd have to go home, a failure. Oh, please, darling. Well, I couldn't stand going back like that. I couldn't. They'd all be laughing at me.
Salutations. Well, baby starlets, today's a great day, starting your first picture. How are you feeling, honey?
All right.
Brace up, Catherine. Your big moment has arrived. Why, Klein himself is coming down to get a good look at you two.
Mr. Klein?
Why, sure. Give plenty. This is it.
Hey, you want on the set, girls?
Oh, all right. We'll be right down. Couldn't you see the poor girl was nervous enough without you making it any worse by calling her attention to it?
Oh, she'll be all right. Now, don't let the camera frighten you, because after this initiation, you'll have it licked.
I hope so. But after it's all over, couldn't we go to some quiet place? Just the two of us.
Not tonight, honey. I've dated you up. You're to go to the Grove. Douglas is tossing a big party for the gang.
Well, aren't you going?
No, there's plenty of time for me, honey.
Come on, get some moves on. What is this, a picture studio or a coffee class? What's the delay? Let's have some action.
Come on, you lugs, give us some light. Come on, hit him. Put a cellar on that 18. Flood that spot.
Well, what are we waiting for? Come on. Everybody standing around.
Here you are, boy.
Have a cigarette. Thank you. Strike this table. Let's take it.
Miss Dale, Miss Williams, set, please.
Darling.
You got your line set?
Yes, sir. Preston.
Okay. It's a simple scene. We'll take it. Places. All right, turn him over. Mark it. 106, take one. All right, start your action.
If I don't find a job soon, I'm not going to have any shoes left. You imagine me looking for work in my bare feet, and I can't stand living here any longer.
Cut! Not quite so much tragedy, Miss Williams. We're not doing East Lynne.
I'm sorry.
That's a great help. Let's try it again.
You must take it easy.
Mark it. 106, take two. 106, take four. 106, take seven. 106, take 9. 106, take 10.
If I don't find a job soon, I'm not going to have any shoes left. Can you imagine me looking for work in my bare feet? I can't stand being poor, wearing rags all the time. If I don't find something soon, I'll...
Hey, wait a minute now. Stop it. We've fooled around enough with these girls.
Oh, please, Mr. Klein, give her another chance. Everyone's unnerving her.
10 takes is enough chances. This ain't an acting school. Get out. Outside.
Oh, please, Mr. Klein.
And you're fired. You're both fired.
You heartless fool. You don't give anyone a chance. Standing there criticizing and ridiculing. All of you looking on and just daring someone to make good. Sneering. Laughing behind our back. There's nothing human and decent about any of you.
That's enough. Put her out of the studio here.
I'd like to see any one of you put her out. And as for you, Klein, you old windbag, you keep your mouth shut or I'll take out your false teeth and bite you in the back.
Preston, you are through. You understand? Fire. For good.
Why, you old dyspeptic, I wouldn't work for you if I had to starve. You've double-crossed everybody, including your own stomach.
Oh, Catherine.
Local girl gets break in Hollywood. There it is, Hollywood.
We've got to get out of here, Bob. Away from all this.
Okay, honey. Tomorrow we'll drive to Yuma and get married. Then it's just Mr. and Mrs. Preston against the whole cockeyed world.
I won't be afraid. As long as we're together, I don't care what happens.
Beginning right now, it's just us. The army with banners.
Don't forget that.
I won't. In the morning, we'll clear our stuff out of that cheap studio, and then it's just you and me. open road. Come in.
Oh, hello, Dick.
Is this on the level?
As level as a ruler.
But you've been fired before and you never left.
I worked plenty hard for that Simon Legreen. All I ever got was abuse.
What you could use is a good stiff drink.
Why, if it wasn't for me, his junk would still be playing in the States. I'd built up all the talent he's got.
I'll come back Wednesday when you give this a slide.
You'll never get this act again at these prices.
Talk about an act! You want to get a load of yourself reading the riot act to his nibs.
What do you mean?
Well, when the fireworks broke loose yesterday, they kept the cameras running, and your payoff to climb came through like a second act climax.
Well, let me get a look at that, Horatio. I want to hear myself telling that old hyena where he gets off. Come on.
How do you feel now, huh?
I feel high. Oh, boy, is that something. Listen, Dick, has Klein seen those Russians yet?
If he ever takes a squint at that, all our heads will drop in the basket.
Hennessy, where are you taking that film?
Sure, and I'm burning it up. I have a wife and 6 kids.
I'll get you a job for life if you run that the next time the Klein comes to the projection room. I can get you set tomorrow with Hofstangel for twice the dough.
Well, I don't know.
Here's the cash bonus.
My lad, I'm beginning to think there's something stirring in that dynamic brain of yours.
That's the Philo Vance in you. Come, my lad.
Hello, Mr. Klein. Sure, this is Hennessy speaking from projection room number 8.
Mike, why do you bother me in the middle of the day?
The director didn't show up, Mr. Klein, so I'll be wanting an okay on the scenes we took yesterday. I also does a blackface act, my honor child. Sure, right away, Mr. Klein. Thank you.
Come on, Dick, let's go. I want to get a peek at that old buzzard while the show goes on.
If I don't get a job soon, I won't have any shoes left. Can you imagine me looking for work in my bare feet?
Your bare feet again.
We fool around enough.
I went through all this yesterday.
Well, I guess there's some stuff following that you ought to see.
10 takes is enough chances. This ain't an acting school. Get out. Outside. Go on, outside. You're both fired.
You heartless fool. You don't give anyone a chance. Standing there criticizing and ridiculing. All of you looking on and daring someone to make good. Sneering. Laughing behind our backs. There's nothing decent or human about any of you.
Stop it. Stop it. It's wonderful. It's magnificent. She's terrific. By Jiminy, I've discovered another Hepburn.
He couldn't discover a hole in his pants.
She's got everything. Voice, fire. I've never seen such an acting. Get me Bob Preston, quick. He's been fired. Fired? Who fired him? Oh, yeah, well, never mind. Where is he now?
Well, he's in his office packing.
Packing? Oh, Bob. You going for a little weekend trip somewhere?
I have my pride. You fired me for the last time, Mr. Klein.
I fired you before for the last time. Bob, you take everything so serious. You got to remember, you know, sometimes I'm a little, what do you call it, eccentric.
There's another name for being eccentric, and they put people like that in a bug house.
you will have your little joke. You can always make me laugh. You know, yesterday, I guess I was a little angry. You know, all day my stomach ain't so good, but that dysbiotics made me cross, and, well, I want to apologize to you, because I want to make it up to you. Tell you what I do. You send for that, what's that girlfriend of yours name?
Who are you talking about?
June Dale. You send for June Dale, and to show you my heart's in the right place, I sign her up for a long contract at $150 a week. I say at $175 a week. Didn't you hear me say something?
I heard say something, but it wasn't enough.
200.
There's no use wasting time. Hofstangel's no piker. He'll pay real money.
Hofstangel? Is that your attitude? You sell me out to my worst competitioner? Of all the producers in town, you gotta pick Hofstein. Bob, I didn't thought you'd do such a thing like that to me. Listen, Bob. Now, let's be reasonable.
How do you spell reasonable?
Hmm?
How do you spell reasonable?
Oh, right. THREEHUNDRED.
The wrong spelling.
Now, listen, Bob. We're old friends. Let's sit down and talk it over. Here you are, Bob. Have a perfecto. Now.
Dry them tears, gal. The old homestead failed. I got the papers. You're now a contract player with featured billings for Superba Pictures at 500 smackers per week.
Oh.
Here it is in black and white, sealed with the Emperor's crest. Now watch our smoke, baby. A new star flashes across the heavens. June's Dale.
Bob, all this is very wonderful, but...
What's that dark cloud on yon fair brow?
Well, how about you, and you and me, and the open road?
That'll have to wait a little while, my sweet.
Oh.
Now relax, darling, and close those bright eyes of yours. Come on, close them. Now open your eyes and say, "Oh, Bob!" Is it pretty?
Oh, lovely.
That's to show you I really mean business. We'll have to work hard.
I won't mind. As long as we're together.
But I'll turn on that fertile Preston imagination, and before I'm finished, they'll be naming streets after you. Lipsticks, powder, and even a good 5-cent cigar. Let's get going, baby. I want to crack that night edition.
Miss Dale. Thanks.
This is heavy hurry for the housewives, honey. Now we'll get just one more, dropping the egg.
Bob, I'm so tired.
All right, buddy. Wrap it up.
Okay, Bob.
You tire out awfully fast lately whenever I want to put over a publicity stunt.
Well, it's not just that, Bob. But if you'd look in your memo book, you'd see that we had a date this afternoon to go to the beach.
Sure, I know, but...
Oh, darling, we'll have such fun. We'll buy some weenies and find a quiet spot, light a fire, and...
Bob! Bob! Say, what's the matter that you're here yet? You're going to be at the airport at 2
We
o'clock.
were just about to barge out.
Mr. Klein, what was that you said about an airport?
Didn't he tell you? Why, Henry Briand arrives, the new French star, bigger than Chevalier.
Relax, Mr. Klein. We'll be there on time.
Well, never mind the poetry. You get down to the airport.
You had no intentions of taking me to the beach this afternoon, and you know it.
But this is big, June. Every foreign paper will have it. Come on, honey. Now, come on. Go get me. All right, Mr. Preston. Let's go, June.
Don't move. Hold it right where you are.
All right, June.
I extend you the greeting of the Superba Pictures. We want you to feel that you have come to friends who will do everything to make your stay with us both enjoyable and memorable. Welcome to Hollywood.
Ray! Ray! Ray!
My dear, thank you.
You are my first impression of Hollywood, and I like it very much.
And then you go to the Friday morning breakfast club. That's at 8 o'clock in the morning.
8 o'clock, mon Dieu, I do not know such an hour.
You'll get to know it very well.
Okay, let's take it. All right. Bill, now on Tuesday, you go to the Pacific Golf Championship Tournament.
But I do not play golf.
Doesn't matter. You can wear knickers. No one will ever know the difference.
At what time does this golf start?
7 a.m.
Mais ce n'est pas possible. When do you find time to leave in this mad place?
You don't. Unless you can find a few minutes between work and publicity gags.
People who can't take it shouldn't be in this game.
And someone told me it was an art.
Just one more, Harry, make it snappy. I have to make a publicity reel with Miss Vale and the heavyweight champ back at the studio.
Look, the champ. Hiya, champ. It is the champ. What a man.
Hi, kid. You're pretty lucky to work in a picture with me. You know that, don't you?
Champ, this is Mr.
Oh, never mind. Everybody knows me. What was that?
Just the Indian love call.
Well, I thought it was something else. Come on, let's go. I ain't got all day. I gotta write a story about all the dames that are nuts about me.
Oh, so you're a Casanova.
Oh, that guy. He's a pushover. I knocked him out and left him around last week.
We're ready anytime you are, champ.
I want that back. Come on, let's go, baby. And don't pull your punches.
That's the stuff, June. This is the honey. The public will eat this up. Movie star takes boxing lessons from champ.
You hear me? Now watch out. Watch this stuff.
Whoa! What is this, Paderewski? Where are you going?
Well, you see, we were told to deliver this piano to this studio. Now, where do you want it?
Oh, I don't want it. Suppose you ask over at the... Oh, get out of here, will you?
Come on, Atlas, and pick up your feet.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, what's the matter, you kid? You see where you're going?
Can we get on with this, please?
Don't be in a rush, babe. I like your company.
Okay, let's have the action. Camera. Cut. Now in the next one, champ, you put your arm around the waist like that.
Say, I'm beginning to like this an awful lot. I got a good one. How about one of those punches where I'm giving you that clock table business? Hey, that's no way to treat a champ.
No. Saved by the bell. Well, Laudale is certainly letting her hair down these days. Maybe she'd like to play Tarzan.
You're coming along, June. That was a great display of temperament. This is work for me, too, you know. I can't figure out why you have any score coming.
Don't talk to me like that, Bob.
You've been mooning around for the last 2 weeks, giving me a bunch of dirty looks and acting like I was poison to you.
What if I have? We can't go anyplace without someone yelling at me for pictures. I'm sick and tired of being mauled over, of being queen of the May, and Finkel's diamond girl.
Well, if it wasn't for all that, you'd be still playing bits. Every stunt I pulled meant more people went into the movies to see you.
That's just it. I'm not June Dale, your sweetheart anymore. I'm just a bunch of headlines. Nothing more than a Bob Preston creation. Anything you've done for me has been a great big build-up for your own great talents as press agent.
That's a cute way of putting it.
That's all you've had in your mind. And you know it. We're just trying to kid ourselves. We've lost something. Something that was really important to me. We'll never get it back.
Maybe I have been a little rough on you. Oh, let's forget all this and go somewhere tonight, just you and me.
I've heard that one before, Bob. I'm through. Come in. Oh, hello, Gordon.
If you're busy, I'll turn right around and walk out.
No, don't be silly. Come in.
Fiorito's back at the Grove. How am I going tonight? And that, if my memory serves me, is the 21st time I've asked you.
All right, Gordon. But I warn you, I won't be the life of the party.
There's not going to be a party. Just you and me.
I'd like that. Call for me at 9.
Right.
I'm sorry, but I have to get ready now.
Of course. 9 o'clock.
Place to put this. I could think of a good place. Say, Stooge, where does this thing belong?
Stooge? Say, who do you... who are you stooging?
Stop drizzling, will you? Where does this thing go?
Get out of here. Go on. Get out of here. Get out, you loafers.
What are you arguing with the guy for? Come on. Now listen, you better step on it, cause I got lots of work to do. Come on now, take it easy. To the left. Attaboy, Atlas. Attaboy. Attaboy. Hey, what are you trying to do? Break the piano?
It pushed me.
It pushed you. It pushed you. I never saw the likes of it in my life. You know, you're getting away with murder. The only reason you got the job is because you're my wife's first husband.
You?
Well, But you didn't have to divorce her, did you? Oh, Mr. Klein.
Well, what do you want?
$100 on account.
On account of what?
On account of the fact I'm going to sell you a song.
Say, are your songs as good as your jokes?
I just pulled this one out of the fire. Boy, this is hot. I call it Hush Your Fuss. Ooh, get this. Hush your fuss, hush your fuss. Love and kisses were made for us.
Say, wait a minute. Did you pull that out of the fire?
Yes,
well,
sir.
Put it right back again.
Look, hush your fuss, hush your fuss.
Go on, hush your own fuss and get it. Go ahead, pull out.
Mr. Klein, please hear it all the way through. Say, girls, you want to hear my new song? I just sold it to Mr. Klein. He's crazy about it.
No, thanks.
Hey, boy, just a minute. Put that piano down here. I want to run through a number.
Put her down, Atlas.
Now, take it easy. Oh, a little to the left. Attaboy, now look out now. Take it easy. Fine, now let her down slow. Attaboy. Attaboy. Now you're getting there. Slow, take it easy. Little to the left. Yes, fine. Now you did it, Atlas. Open it up. Where's the key? Huh? Where is the key?
Oh, the key, yeah.
I have to... What am I looking for? The key. The key. Yeah, key. I had a key when the key. I have to find out a key, but I can't always... I have to... Yeah, I gotta find it. You let go of my hand, I want to find the key. You know anything about my hand? What's going on here? I guess that's why I was limping. Open her up. Huh? Open her up. I gotta find out where...
kill you. Johnny worked on a system, gave each sweetie a tell, and whenever he kissed them, if they hollered, he'd yell. You've got to listen to reason. The moon is shining above. That's the reason it's just the season for love. So hush your fuss, hush your fuss. Love and kisses were made for us. Love and kisses for two, waiting for you and me. What a thrill, what a thrill. So you're thrilling against your will. You'll be saying it's great, baby, you wait and see. It's not so tough when this love stuff gets into our hearts. Not so worse to just rehearse the principal part. Listen, hush your fun, hush your fun. Love and kisses were made for us. Love and kisses for two, waiting for you and me.
Not bad, huh?
That's hot, Steve. Hit it again. Wait a second. Hey, boy, put that table down. Come on, team. Let's do that new routine. Okay, Stevie, rattle those bones.
Well, that makes a perfect record. Haven't hit a single number tonight. You must be lucky in love. You think so? I'm the unluckiest man in the world. I hitched my wagon to a star, but the old crate broke down. Oh, I get it. A beautiful lady gave you the ozone. Right you are, Mr. Bones, and right she was. I ruined her whole life. I forgot she was just a kid that wanted to have some fun. I broke her heart. I had it coming all right. Who's the other guy? Don't say that, you hear? There's no other guy. There couldn't be. I'm the only menace. Don't you say anything about her. Joan Dale's on the level, you understand? Let's have another drink.
And the villain still pursued it.
And a very nice villain, too.
June, I feel I ought to tell you why I've been so persistent the past few weeks. I've noticed that you haven't been as happy as a happily engaged girl ought to be. Is there anything wrong between you and Bob?
We've quarreled.
Is there anything other than a 3 on these dice? No, there is. Let's have a drink. Happy to see all of you. They're the new generation of the motion picture greats. I congratulate every single one of you.
I don't like this place.
Oh, yes, you.
Come on, Pop, let's go someplace where we can dance.
Oh, I don't want to dance. I want to sit down.
Would you like to sit down, Pop?
Yes, if you don't mind.
Enjoy yourself. Come on, everybody, we're all going. Come on, Bob. It's been my life's ambition to dance with you.
If you do, it's only because I'm acting the part of a gentleman.
Come on, let's have some fun.
Let's travel, old pal.
On the end again.
I'll take the responsibility, and if I fail to make you happy, it won't be from lack of effort on my part.
I know that.
Well, it's merely a question of you making up your mind.
Gordon, I'd like to think about it. I'm not quite sure. Oh, please understand. I don't want to hurt you. But you see, well, right now, even the way I feel about Bob, if he were to come back and tell me he's sorry and promise that things would be different, well, I don't know just what I'd do.
Well, let's leave it this way for the time being. Of course, I'm not going to stop loving you or asking you to marry me.
Did you see the picture, Margaret?
Game or something? Play follow the leader?
Oh, boy, am I going to have a good time.
I'll fight, are you?
Can't we have a better table?
I don't like this place. It ain't noisy enough.
I think it's swell.
Oh, let's have some drink.
Monsieur.
Tell me, Bob, is it true?
Is what true?
A little bird in the studio restaurant this afternoon happened to see a rising young star jilt her handsome young lover.
Let's not talk about that.
Oh, don't be so downhearted. I know a girl who would appreciate some good publicity.
Oh, it's publicity you want, huh? Well, I can give you plenty. I can do anything with a headline. I can even break your heart.
Whatever you did, I wouldn't treat you the way June has.
Lay off the incense, Sheila. I know you. June's 100%, and whatever she did on the level.
Well, I don't blame her. I think I'd throw you over for a couple of $1 million.
What are you saying?
There's the reason you got your closing notice. Get a picture of that, Bob. It'll make great publicity. Nice headlines, too. Money wins again. Or maybe it's just because you don't look well in a high hat. Must feel swell to have some other guy beat your time.
Where are you going, Bob? Don't leave us.
So Douglas is the reason for the big farewell scene, huh?
Please, Bob, you're drunk.
Sure I was drunk. That's the reason I see everything so clear. You didn't have nerve enough to tell me you wanted to marry a doll, did you?
I think you've said enough, Preston.
You're an ideal pair, and this is great. Yes, sir, it's a great yarn. Pasadena Playboy wins movie star. You're a great little actress, all right. I really believe what you said this afternoon. Sure, and I was step enough to fall for it. I taught you a lot, didn't I? There's no headlines in just marrying a guy like me, is there?
Please take me out of here.
You're always running out on me, aren't you?
Preston, that's enough.
Wait a second. There's a lot more I want to say to you. Where's your telephone? I'm sober enough to know this is a great story.
Getting ready to leave. He's on stage 3.
June, we've got to talk.
There's nothing to say, Bob.
Yes, there's so much. I've acted like a staff, and I'm sorry for it. June, you've got to listen to me. Sweet,
We've meant too much to each other. You can't forget that.
I'm going to marry Gordon. We're flying to Yuma this afternoon.
You're not fooling me for a minute, June. You're not marrying him because you love him. It's to spite me.
I'm marrying him for his money and for all the publicity I can get out of it.
June, darling, please listen to me. I'm pleading with you to forgive me for anything I've said. You can't marry him. I love you too much. And you love me. There's no sense kidding yourself about that. You can't run away and marry anybody just because we've had a battle.
I don't love you anymore, Bob.
Oh, June.
Now will you let me go?
I won't let you go, do you hear?
Please, Bob.
June, I just want to ask you one question. And I know you'll answer me on the level. Do you love Gordon?
Happy, dear? I want you to be sure you know that.
Yes, I know that. And I am sure.
Oh, here we are. I guess that's our plane over there.
Bob Preston jumped out window, extra paper!
Oh, boy.
Oh, Gordon. He's in the Hollywood hospital.
All right.
Oh, hurry, hurry.
Hollywood hospital.
Please tell him to hurry.
I told you. And you can tell it to your grandchildren. You can do anything with a headline. Here you are, son. Take the rest of those papers and burn them. Come on, let's romp. I've got to get to the hospital before she does.
I should have known he'd do something desperate. He's so stubborn.
Here's some pictures up for me. Ran a special front page. Cost me $200, but it's worth $1 million. Genius, I calls it. Genius. It's this coffee grinder. She might recognize it. I'm a sick man, Doctor. Hurry up. Give me a room. Where do I go? What do I do? How do I know? I'm only the painter. Give me a room, quick and sick.
Why, who's the doctor? What is it?
A sudden case of nervous exhaustion. I've got to have a room. Ow! Oh! Quick! Ah! What room can we give him?
Why, 231.
Right this way. In case anybody calls, my name is Bob Preston, and I'm a very, very sick man. You get into bed. I'll get the doctor.
Bob Preston, what room is he? 231, to your right. How is he? He's a very sick man.
No.
Bob, darling.
I love you, June.
Oh, Bob, my sweet. There never was anyone but you.
Kiss me, honey.
Bob!
I love you. I'll admit it was just a stall to get you back. I love you. I didn't want to see you do anything that you'd be sorry for. Please forgive me. I love you. We'll get married right away. I love you. Please give me a little smile to tell me that you're not angry. I love you.
Bob, you're a madman. An absolute raving lunatic. But I love you. What about this marriage business?
I have it all fixed up, darling. I know just what you want. We're going to Ensenada. Moonlight, soft breezes, beautiful music, just you and me.
Oh, Bob, I don't want one of these movie marriages.
Sweetheart, it's just going to be a quiet little wedding.
Jiminy, you should be a star the first time I ever saw her.
The first time you saw her, you fired her.
Can I help it if I'm a little bit eccentric?
That certainly was a quiet little wedding.
But, honey, you know we have a lot of friends.
What's that, the convoy?
Believe it or not, I made a tie-up with the Army.
Bob, you're slipping.
What do you mean?
You forgot to let the Navy in on this.
You think so?